So this was a recent monthly tournament, and I play in these every now and then. So, but a lot of times Petunia beats me, but sometimes I win.
Alright, and Dan with the first hit.
That's what happened here. I'm surprised that missed.
And Dan with the first hit.
Sometimes I like doing
And Dan
this
with the first hit.
hit in the air so that they like recover in the air and maybe get thrown off. So then it looks like they're gonna have to fall into this move, but this time he was able to dodge it both twice, and then I didn't know what to do after. So then,
Nice dodging those chains from Excalibur. Extend force combo, knockdown gets the equip. Ooh, there we go. Dan hitting that flower projectile. Hitting Excalibur. The second combo, extend. Basically, 3 hits to kill.
that's kind of risky to do that move because I might miss and get hit. But oh, here I think I was looking for a forward guard cancel, and then I'd grab it, but when it didn't happen, then I didn't commit to going for the grab.
Okay, and Excalibur getting the air throw into a full combo. Flower goes for the homing instead of scattering the fireball.
I think if I canceled again, it would have been enough damage.
Oof. And the plant seed takes it.
Oh.
Alright, a couple small hits from both sides. Ooh, almost made it over the vine, but not quite.
It's so rare for me to go for the overhead that
we've got a flower and a
people don't really think about it very often.
out.
That one I always think I'm out of range.
Alright, we've got a flower and a fulcrum.
And like if I'm here, I won't get hit, but then it like barely hits me.
Out.
Oh.
Nice air pressure from
I pretty much always try to throw break in this situation because most people don't have good punish for when you like guard cancel instead of throw break. So you can just throw break every time without worrying.
Oh.
There's a lot of things I almost always do. Like I almost always just connect to the fulcrum here. So then I like occasionally don't do it to see if I can bait something out.
Very good timing on that 6 guard. Again, those chains are unclashable. So it was able to get through that small invisibility window.
That's a really good pickup.
However, not quite enough. Dan takes game. And Dan with the first combo, getting that 2B while Excalibur hovers above him. Alright, Excalibur wins the clash, gets a full combo. We have the knockdown into the equip.
This one, I get hit a lot, not because I can't react to it, but because I try to do high jump guard, and it's really hard. It's hard for me to do high jump guard into a high block, so I like input it, but then I get the low block, and then I get hit.
This time for the instant air dash overhead for reset.
Where if I just like
flower
didn't
combo.
input it
There's
and
the
tried to
boosted guard
block,
cancel.
I'd
Now white
probably
still
block it.
has those sword equips. Ooh,
Ooh,
wow.
5A is
So now
bad
white
there.
still has those sword equips.
Just out of instinct, you throw it out a lot because there are times where it works really well, but that's not one.
Ooh, wow. Good reads from Excalibur there. Very good reads. Basically just took the right option every time and didn't drop anything. It's hard to lose when you do that. But right now we've got Dan with that classic Plant Charl corner pressure.
Oh. Do I think he's gonna burst? I'm not sure. Because
Getting out.
I don't think that's very hard for me to convert off of.
Force combo. There's the knockdown and the equip.
That one again, I try to do high jump guard,
combo.
but I always block low after.
And the fire, flower,
Oh.
fireball.
Oh.
Right, Dan bursting out. Ooh, yeah.
So I got that.
Out.
I somehow like guard canceled through the GP
yeah.
and got the hit.
Alright, and there's Flowers burst. This, he doesn't have the meter, I think, to kill. Next hit, though.
So then that situation happened again, and it's like, maybe it'll work again, and then it didn't work this time.
I said next hit, and next hit did it. I think that well known for so this match could also be much more one-sided to Dan, though.
These starts, like, I'm just committing to going forwards, and I do it first, so I get the advantage.
One-sided to Dan, though.
Oh, that's a really dangerous miss.
Until they play, we don't know. So Dan does get the first hit into a combo.
Oh.
And just walks forward with 5A to pick up a reset.
Oh.
Excalibur forward guard cancels. Out.
Oh, that's really lucky.
Forward guard cancels. Out. And there's a burst.
Oh.
Early in the set, well, game for a burst, however, he is using the Arcana with the fastest burst recovery in the game, not counting tier with enough stats. Alright, so Dan is now on match point, however, Excalibur has gotten a combo and a reset.
Oh.
And
Oh, what? It's
combo
really
and
weird
a
to get
reset.
to do this and then get counter hit
And
but
there's
be
a
on the
third
ground.
combo. I don't think he quite has. No, yes he does. Yes he does. That kills.
Like, I don't know how it's on the ground.
Had that been any other character, it probably would not. However,
Oh.
Charl again has reverse guts, so the less health she has, the more damage she takes. And so
Oh,
that one bar combo.
I feel like I'm supposed to get hit here. Like, I think his move would be faster than mine if he pressed something.
Combo with no extend was able to kill.
Oh, that's really good.
So far.
Oh,
Dan is working on a Oof. Dan is working on a perfect here.
Here I thought about doing
not
the
have
lifesteal super to get a perfect, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it.
that super giving Dan the
How's that a hit? It's like, how, it's like turn around and then hit. Oh. I think sometimes I should just go for a combo in that situation.
Alright, and getting a reset for a combo into the knockdown. extend force to make that 2C safe.
Oh.
Alright. And full combo from Dance. That's
See, a lot of people go for something when you're like going to hit them when you're flying at them in the air. So then when you don't actually hit them, then you can fake them out sometimes.
and full combo from Dance. That's the fulcrum. Uses it to float. Goes for the flip. Gets a reset. Sets another fulcrum.
Oh,
Blocks the
I
kick
think if I
special. I have no idea
canceled
what that's
faster.
called.
Oh, that's a really weird misinput.
Alright.
Oh, I
Very
think I
close
should have
first
just done the.
round. Dan does a round 1 burst. Ooh. Yeah, that did not pay off. Even if he had won that, that would have... hurt. Right, Dan is at 2 bars now. Oof. And is 1 hit
Yeah.
away from dying. This should be it. And it is. And Petunia takes game.
Oh, I should have done 6B. I don't know what I was doing. And I should have blocked.
Getting a JB, I believe, which is a really good starter.
Oh, that's really risky. It's really bold.
Really good starter. 12.5
If you miss that, if you're wrong about hitting first there, you just like die.
That hurts. Ooh, yep, Dan bursting out of that one.
Oh,
Another extend combo probably would have killed, but it didn't delay it long.
that wasn't the right move either. Yeah, that was not good. That's also not good. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, that's too much.
So as a reminder, Petunia did win the last tournament against Dan.
Oh,
And another perfect. Petunia up 2-0.
here I was thinking, like, I just want to play well and make good decisions and not the type where I'd look at it and go, that's not a good decision.
Alright, and Dan with the first combo setting up
Oh.
corner pressure.
See, I
Alright,
thought I
Dan with the first
connected to
combo.
the thing, but I didn't actually hold the button long enough, I guess. I think the lag between us was a little bit less than usual, so we actually missed things because of that. So, like, Petunia would do things too early, I think. Like, you'll see her miss a lot of flash kicks.
Nice. Baits out the jump attempt. There's a fulcrum explosion. Petunia being patient, but Dan gets the overhead flip. And a perfect of his own.
Sometimes when I, like,
One thing
want to play more focused, I, like, go for more mix-ups and stuff that I almost never go for normally. So people who played against me a lot won't expect things like that. This is the same trick again. Sometimes you can get punished for like doing this trick, but sometimes you like fake the other person out and get a hit. If you do it correctly, this setup, they can't do anything except block when they get up. And if they try to do something, they'll get hit.
Get into optimum play. It's pretty
Oh,
much 3, maybe 4 hits, if depending on
oh.
everyone.
So,
Maybe 4 hits, if
like I said, I go for more mix-ups. So this is a cross-up overhead that works really often. But
everyone's resources to kill.
oh. After I was like, so I was baiting the burst, and then it didn't happen. And then here I was like, I'm just not gonna bait it at all. So I just didn't bait it.
Alright. And a very solid. Alright, will Dan tie it up? Or go to the loser's bracket?
Oh, that's good conversion. So if you just do the vine attack, it won't connect when they're far away like this. So you have to do extend force into 2C into that, and that's like the only way you get it.
Dan getting the first combo, sets a seed.
So it's harder than you might expect if you don't know that.
Reset. Oof.
Oh.
Alright, Petunia getting some
I
momentum.
thought I was gonna win straight, but
Dan bursting out. Alright.
oh.
Air throw.
So sometimes Petunia actually can punish when you like do the throw break that becomes a guard cancel. Sometimes Petunia gets actual punishes, so you can't just always throw break mindlessly.
Ooh,
But I
nice
decided to do
heavy
it there.
air throw there. Dan uses his burst, but takes round 1. As they say, if you burst and win, it was a good burst.
Oh, I like kind of knew that was gonna happen, but I thought I'd get the hit, but I guess I did the move a tiny bit too early and somehow didn't get the hit. But it's like I knew something was gonna happen like that.
I don't think she's low enough to low profile that vine. So if you can take a note,
Oh,
if you can time it right, you can forward guard cancel through the vine.
I wouldn't try to do that. Oh, this is the same thing.
Assuming you can figure out when
Oh, if I could have converted into a combo there, but I didn't react fast enough.
Flash kick into super. Petunia takes round 2. Now Dan's burst has recovered. Petunia does not have.
Here I thought she was gonna jump, so I just did a blind 5B. If she just did A, I would have gotten hit.
Petunia does not have hers, so Dan is up on resources. Love does recover pretty quick.
See, a lot of times. So I thought she would adjust to this because I was like just doing this out of habit rather than as a read. So when you do things like that and your opponent is good enough, they'll just like adjust and punish you for it. But that wasn't happening here.
Okay. Alright, 80. Alright, 90%.
This is that same
95%.
setup. Oh.
Alright, yeah.
Oh no.
2 seconds. That's enough to kill, but didn't quite get it this time. Petunia has her burst back. Both players at 3 bars. Full resources.
Usually that doesn't combo, but it was a counter hit.
Dan ties it up 2-2.
It's not. If you have to back up like that. I think I could have pressed A, and I would have gotten the hit first. But I didn't press A.
Petunia wins the air to air for the first combo. However, Dan gets his own combo off of her reset attempt. But this is a full combo. Does not do a super, so not quite full damage off of that. So this is basically just trading combos at this point. Not a whole lot of neutral play. Back and forth.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, this one.
that would have been a
So I
back
felt pretty. I was like, I think she's gonna burst right here, so I
Ooh.
baited it, and it didn't happen.
That was
But it was one where I was like, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel good enough about it that I'm willing to bet on it. And even if I get it wrong, it's like, I'll be okay with
would have been
betting there.
that should have been death. Petunia should be dead, but because she whiffed that flash kick while
And I guess, so like,
that
part of the reason is you like,
back
you know you're gonna get hit here. And then a lot of times you think if you burst fast enough, then like the opponent won't expect it, or like
Ooh.
it's just a reaction a lot of people have in this situation where you like mess up and you know you're gonna get hit, so then people
That would have
burst.
been that should have been death. Petunia
So
should be
I was
dead,
like,
but
I'm okay with losing the round because of it. I was like,
that
I'm gonna
flash
bet
kick
on it
while
anyway.
Dan was in neutral, but he did not pick
And it's
up
something that
punish
I
as
think I
long as
used
it
to
went
not
for it.
do as often, but now it's like, if I think it's a
Match
good
point
bet,
for
I'm gonna go for
Petunia.
it.
Let's go.
Oh, that's.
All right, match point for Petunia.
So it's like,
Let's
this is okay, I guess.
go.
But like, this is really bad.
All right, ooh, a JB starter does not
Oh,
get the full
when she
combo
like
out of it though. That would
misbursted,
have
I thought I would win the
hurt.
round, but
All
then it
right,
didn't work
both
out.
players just
For some reason, like,
so that would have hurt.
when you burst like this and they're stuck in the corner and you're on the ground, they like, their air attack is faster than anything you can do.
All
Like,
right,
this is the fastest thing I can do, and it doesn't work.
both players just bursting.
So,
Oh,
oh,
and
so
Petunia
this is where, like I said,
bursting.
Petunia sometimes has punishes on the like throw tech, so I like didn't press it this time because I was like, I think she's not
Oh,
gonna
and
do
the
it,
air
and then she
throw.
did it. But that's why like having the punish option there is important because otherwise I would just break the throw every time. But now if the option is there, then I have to think about it. uh, After I miss, I should be at a pretty big disadvantage, I think. Oh, that's a lot of 5B misses, and a lot of times just die when you miss. But it didn't happen this time. I think the air attack didn't come out correctly. Like here, the air attack didn't come out. Oh,
All right, and Dan getting the combo, putting on the pressure. There's that.
it's not a. That's not actually an overhead, so you can just like block the whole thing
Dan
low.
getting the combo, putting on the pressure. There's that.
That one is the same thing. I always
Dan
think
getting the
I'm
combo,
out of
putting on the
range,
pressure. There's
but
that.
somehow it like barely hits me.
More or less unblockable.
I was like,
No, because
I was
that
trying
doesn't
to
block low.
be right out of range of it, but I'm always like
Or
right
whatever.
barely in
Does not
range of
actually
it,
hit
and then
overhead.
I get hit. Hmm. Oh, maybe I like so like knew I was gonna hit, so I committed to the vine attack because I knew I was gonna hit. But if I knew I was gonna hit, I probably should have jumped and done 6B because I like knew I was gonna hit. I probably should have gone forwards there.
Ooh,
That was a misinput. I don't know how that happened, but apparently it worked. Uh,
Okay.
it's hard to get those 5Bs. Those are the ones where like a lot of times you miss and then you die.
Okay.
Like here. A lot of times you miss and die.
Alright, and nice reset from Excalibur. There's the Extend Force combo, knockdown into Equip. Sets the Barracks. Low homes right over those chains. And DP super for the round. Match 1 is 1-1. Alright, and Dan gets a hit right off the start. Does not pick up the full combo. Alright,
I'm like really solid at reacting to these forward guard cancels and doing high jump guard. There's other options too, but that's the main one I do.
Keeping Excalibur right in the corner there.
It's better than like doing nothing.
Nice read with the Divine on the anti-air. Alright, and
That's the same thing. You see the
on the anti-air.
you see the white splash at the bottom for the high jump. So I did the high jump guard, but I always block low. Oh.
Those swords she has only last.
Sometimes I think people should just never burst in these situations, unless they always never burst, and then they can burst, and I'll like have to let them burst, because they usually don't.
Alright, and Dan with the first combo. Hits Excalibur out of
This is what, like, I usually never do these kinds of things, so in more important matches, then I throw them in. Just because they'll like work even more than normal, because I like usually never do these things.
Dropping a seed. We don't see those often. I guess he plans to be in the corner for a while, so he can at least build some meter while he's there. I suppose there are worse things to do. Wow. Charles is running her pressure on you. Alright, and Dan takes round 1.
I did the same opening.
And, Alright, and
so like, there's another one, like I hardly ever do those overheads in normal matches. Oh, I thought I could get in before the like make it a true block string, so that there's no time to do any move. But I guess there's like a frame there. So here's the question of if they're gonna burst, because this one, it's a more obvious situation. Like the last one with Petunia, it's not so obvious that you would burst, so you're actually more likely to, like at a really high level, you're more likely to burst there because it's not obvious that you're gonna do it. This one, it's super obvious that you're gonna burst here, but because both people know that, it's hard to say if they're if they're actually going to do it or not. So I don't remember if I baited it, and I don't remember if they bursted.
patiently pushing Excal back to that corner.
This is like the
Pushing.
most solid string, like.
Alright.
So like, if I keep doing moves that keep the other person guarding, then I have to use all my resources, and then I won't be able to do anything. But
Excal back to that
like,
corner.
then I use extend force to do another low hit. Then I do guard cancel to do another low hit. But then since it hits, then I have time to reset.
Looking for a chance to get out and just building meter while
Oh.
he's sitting there.
Oh.
Very close round 2, and that'll be the game. Two nothing Dan. Look. Alright.
I think this is a generally safe option. It's a little bit hard to execute well, so I don't do it as much as I would otherwise do it. But like, you don't die to things and you put a lot of pressure on, and you have options for mix-ups, like multiple mix-up options after this situation if they don't guard cancel like that.
Dan still keeping Excalibur in that corner.
So like, this is the opposite before, where like I did
Dan still keeping.
before I did like I used every resource I had to like continue the block string as long as possible, but here I like just didn't use anything, but because like they're kind of expecting the block string to keep going, they don't actually react, and then I can just do a lot more.
There we go.
But didn't work out.
Force into the knockdown. There's the equip and
Oh.
carrots.
Oh. That's that 5B that gets you killed when you miss.
This should hurt a bit.
It's not entirely your own skill that you can use to make it hit. So it's not exactly a good option, I guess.
DP super for the round.
At lower levels, you can just miss it and probably not get punished.
Air throw as Excalibur homes. Excal does a wakes up with a backwards guard homing cancel into the special, whichever that was.
Oh.
Might have been super, I don't know.
Yeah, pretty sure that combo was gonna kill. Like, almost guaranteed.
Excal being very careful. He's got a live feed, but he can lose it really easily.
Aw.
There's not a time
See,
you can lose it
and this
really
for a long time, I guess. After you do this move, you're like really minus. So there are things that can like guaranteed punish you, but the opponent should have the advantage anyway.
Patiently, and he gets out of the corner. Isn't quite able to
Oh, how did that hit?
get in though. Alright, more
Oh.
Alright, air block strings.
Oh no.
And Excalibur's on the board. Okay. Very good spacing, waiting out that chain from Charles. And getting an air to ground combo. And another one.
That doesn't actually work. This setup. I should have like done an
Oh,
actual
getting
combo.
Weiss out of the startup of that flower fireball. 14 clock seconds. Excalibur takes round one.
So I almost like this is one of the mix-ups that I usually go for, like the cross-up overhead in this situation, but then sometimes people start to expect that and they do something that counters it, so I thought I would like bait a counter to that,
Fulcrum,
but it
pressure
didn't
release.
happen. Just because the cross-up overhead works so well
Okay.
that
Air-to-air counter hit and
usually I
an
just
air
do it.
throw.
This one I thought I pressed the air throw button fast enough, but I guess I
Counter hit
didn't.
and an
But it's
air
like,
throw.
I thought I checked
Second
that.
combo. Sets down the carrots. Uses them for cover to
Oh
punch
no,
in.
that's really bad 5A.
Got more carrots. Charity carrots.
Oh. So in this situation, after you do the 5C and you don't have extend force, you just can't bait the burst at all, so there's nothing you can do about it.
This not gonna kill, I don't believe. He had extend still.
Oh.
This, however, will. Excalibur ties it up 2-2.
Match point on both sides.
Final match.
It's like, alright,
Here we go.
better play seriously now.
Somebody's gonna get eliminated, and somebody else is gonna go play Petunia. Dan opens up with the first combo, hitting Excalibur out of the air. Oof. Excalibur already back in the corner.
Oh. Oh. For some reason, the like super didn't come out.
Dan maintaining excellent control of this match so far.
This is like another one where it's like using all of your resources to just continue the block string as long as possible. So there's that, there's that, there's that, there's that.
Has not gotten a hit. Ooh. And
But if you do that enough, then people expect you to do that every time, and then you can like not use resources, and they won't do anything.
Dan does take the round.
At least that's the idea.
Match point for Dan. Excalibur gets the first hit. Dan bursts out. Guard cancel into lever throw.
Sometimes I like throwing in different options, so like I hadn't done this any at all in the previous matches, so then I went for this. Then again, this is where like the cross-up overhead is really good here, but sometimes people will expect it because it's so good here. So then I did a big overhead into a low. It's another setup that you have to block.
Just those little hits here and there, not getting any full combos, but he's keeping Excalibur locked in the corner, and he's taking hits
Oh,
down.
oh, that's actually like I'm really impressed with that. It's pretty like you don't usually get a raw 623E hit like this, so most of the time you're not ready to combo off of it. So for me at least, usually it takes a lot of thought to remember what to do to combo off of this hit, because it's not like a regular hit that you get. So then usually because I'm like thinking so much about how to combo off of it, I wouldn't be able to do something like bait someone's burst at the same time. So I guess I was like really focused or really on point to like get the combo and get the burst bait at the same time.
Okay, and Excalibur gets a reset off of the
Oh.
flower projectile. Very close.
That's what I like. This is another one where it's like
Very
sometimes
close.
in more serious matches I'll do more mix-ups. This one works
That
pretty
will
often.
do it, folks. To a rematch with Petunia. Finals. I've seen multiple bracket resets between these two. Petunia gets the
That's
first
tough.
bracket resets between these two. Petunia gets the first hit into a knockdown.
Oh, that was like, I don't know what
And
happened.
something just happened. Hopefully that was only on my end.
It
looked like it froze up for a little bit there.
Yeah, that happened for me too. I don't know what it was though. But overall, the match felt fine. I don't know how I got that misinput though.
Me and is not affecting them today.
So there's this setup where if if you think they're gonna jump, you can just fly above them and press grab, and then they'll get grabbed.
This is just me and is not affecting them today. Alright, we got.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
So Petunia uses the ball super, which Dan does swat away. However, that gives her a chance.
This is one of those situations where
the
against
super,
most people I would just always like
away. However,
throw tech, I guess, like there, but Petunia sometimes punishes it, like I said, so I don't do it 100% anymore. This is that situation again where like you burst and they get hit into the corner, and then they're just like at an advantage, and nothing you do is fast enough, so you have to block.
seconds, which is a long round for these two.
That's what I always like try to stay in the air as long as possible, so I like jumped again and then air dashed, and then I like still fall into that. Like I don't know what I was supposed to do. Because if I like did a move, I think they could have reacted to it and hit me out of it.
Into the super. Lots of damage.
Oh.
Alright, and
I like really went for, I was trying to get the super, and I was like looking at the meter, and I almost had the one bar, so I was like, maybe if I delay it as much as possible, I'll get there. But then I like couldn't get it. Oh.
Baits that flash kick for a full punish. Sets up from this time as he's floating. Petunia does another forward homing into flash kick and takes.
Oh.
Alright, and
Just pressed that too early.
The well-timed guard cancel gets the first combo. Dan blasts her off.
Looks like that was the wrong button to press.
Another one in short order. This time goes into the super.
Oh, that was definitely the wrong button to press. But maybe not if they go for some kind of cross-up.
Doesn't get the full combo, but it's still 10k. Because Saki.
So I like almost never do this. So it's like looks like I'm gonna do something that I figure out. Oh, that's a really weird drop.
Just because of the positioning of that, Dan wasn't quite able to get the full combo off of that punish.
Oh.
But did get a couple resets, which were enough to take the round. Petunia, however, is way up in
Oh,
resources. He has 2 and 3/4 of third bar and extend force, while Dan is only at 1.5 and no burst and
that's
less
so
than
much
half health.
damage.
That was 14k right there. Oop, and that overhead JB. Petunia takes game 2.
You're good. I was like, oh, I have to play well now. Like, I better make good decisions. So this is
Alright.
fine. Because, like, you give yourself a chance to hit, but even if you miss, you're probably okay.
Alright.
This is
Both players
good.
being cautious.
I don't know if that's a
And,
reaction, but it's, like, really
alright.
good if it is.
Both players being cautious. Dan baits the Ooh,
That's the
yeah.
same bait as
Nice
before.
punish on that with flash kick. Nobody home at all
When
for
you
that.
do this,
Nice
so
punish
there's,
on
like,
that with flash kick.
you can do the seed at the end, but that's actually kind of slow, so a lot of times people can hit you out or do something like that. But if you do this, it looks like the same thing, but it's actually a lot faster, so you can just hit them first if they try to do something, depending on what you do.
Nobody home at all for that.
Oh,
Okay. Alright. And is this
I
gonna
think if
kill
I
it?
did it one more
Alright.
time, I would have
One more.
won the round.
Just a jab. Just a 5A. Anything to kill it
This
time.
situation is really uncomfortable because it's not.
Then
If she
again,
didn't drop the
everything
combo, it's not
is done.
uncommon to just
However, there it
die.
is. Dan takes round 1.
Oh, that's
Alright, first combo to Dan. And we got
so.
Alright, first combo
In
to Dan.
addition to like doing the fulcrum setup, you can do the seed but cancel it, and then you're faster, and then they can't hit you first.
And we got a seed on the ground. And a reset.
Oh,
Ow!
here. I think it was a good idea to not bait the burst, but I
Ow!
actually like didn't bait it, and she did
Oh,
burst.
not quite a perfect for Dan today.
Oh.
Mm,
So
mm.
overall, like I think I played that round
That was good.
really well.
That was good. And I've been told I can tell you that my wife is cheering for
Oh.
Petunia, so go Petunia! That said,
Oh
right
no,
now, Dan getting the first.
that was it. I got the wrong move, I guess.
That said, right now, Dan getting the first hit. However, Petunia coming in.
If you, so
First hit, however, Petunia
I think
coming in.
usually if you cancel it fast enough, you can make it a true block string, so you like can't get flash kicked out or like uppercut out like I did in a previous instance that I talked about. And then because they have to like stand up, they lose their charge, so they can't flash kick immediately.
Ooh, very, very good baiting on that flash kick for full combo. Reversal flash kick super.
Oh, I don't think those
And
are good
Dan bursting out
decisions.
of that. Oh, that's gonna kill. Tournament point. Dan loses. Does not win the next 2 rounds. It is over.
Oh,
Off to a good start so far, though.
oh. Wait, what is
Off to a good.
that? Yeah. Like,
Off to a.
oh, it looked like I was gonna hit the guard cancel, so I reacted with the high jump guard.
Start
But on a regular clash, it's hard for me to react with the high jump guard.
so far though.
But when people guard cancel, I can consistently
Blocks
react
Petunia's
with a high
jump
jump
to get
guard
out of the
if I
pressure.
want to.
Gets a reset. Ooh. Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
that's not a
Trades
good
the
5C,
eclipse.
but
Ooh.
like this is really bad, and I should have gotten hit.
Yeah, not trades the eclipse. And Dan takes round 2. He's got to get one more.
Oh, that's just barely in range,
And Petunia with the first combo.
and you can get punished
Spin
if you miss
force.
that. This doesn't look good because I have no burst,
Got a
and I've
lot of meter.
already taken so much damage. So it looks
14
like I'm
K
gonna lose.
right off the bat.
Here she missed the flash kick. When you see that
14K
jumping kick, that's a missed flash kick.
right off the bat. Ooh,
Oh,
uh-huh,
I thought she was gonna burst, I think. And it didn't happen
That
again.
would have hurt. Still.
Here I was being bold.
Hurt.
Like, a lot of times I just
Still.
block the whole way through, but like in these recent points I was guard canceling and challenging.
Bursting out of that pressure.
My burst just came back. Oh,
Does
what?
not get. Blocked
Oh,
across
there's
up.
another missed flash kick.
Oof, oof. One more hit for Petunia. One more hit.
Oh,
She
that-
wins the- One more hit for Petunia.
This is like, so here, most people guard cancel forwards here, so I was like looking for it and I was gonna grab it, and it would be a guaranteed grab, I think. But it's like really strong to be able to look for that and then
One more
like do an air attack when it doesn't
hit
happen.
and she wins the tournament. Can Dan stop her from getting it?
So there's that same
Oh,
homing cancel setup. Oh, that was
getting it.
a bait on the burst again. And then she didn't
Oh.
actually burst again. It's like,
Baiting those flash
But-
kicks. Dan
because she used the
takes
extend
the game
force,
and ties it up.
she couldn't burst. I knew. I was kind of surprised that I won that one from that situation.
One more and we get a bracket reset from Dan. Which would be par for the course at this point, honestly.
Oh.
And Dan with
Oh,
the
no.
I was gonna say Dan with the
Oh,
first real combo, but
that's-
they both dropped
That's a
their
pretty
combos.
hard conversion. This one's easy for me. I don't know why it's red.
Alright, what's Petunia gonna do with this pressure here? He is gonna get
Oh no.
hit.
Oh.
Doesn't need a combo for it yet.
A lot of times, like I was saying, I'll go for the
Hit.
grab if I see the forward score cancel, but this time I committed to an actual
Doesn't
attack.
need a combo for it yet. As I'm speaking.
Oh.
Alright. Set point for Dan. One more here. And we will
Oh.
bracket reset. Dan with the air throw into full combo. Sets a seed. Once again knocking back those plants. That seed there saving him from needing a combo from that kick special. I still don't know what that's called.
Somehow I did like a
Combo
combo in a way that I don't normally do it.
from that kick special. I still don't know what that's called.
Yeah. As new, if you do these moves, they're gonna hit. Here, so I like
Alright.
on instinct I baited the burst, but like I was thinking that it was a bad idea to do that, so then I was like, I shouldn't bait the burst in this situation. So I like pressed C but I like couldn't stop myself from jumping, so I like jumped and pressed C. And then there I was like, I decided I should have canceled into super, but I guess it's actually really hard to react like that in that situation because you don't know that you're gonna hit. But I decided I wasn't gonna bait the burst. And it's like
bursting out. Gets a hit. Dan bursts, and
I
that's
was like set on
not
that.
it. I thought he had it.
It's hard to.
It.
It's unusual to like get those kinds of hits,
Not it. I
so
thought he had
it's
it
hard
there.
to like react and get some kind of combo off of
He
it.
got it anyway, but I thought he had it on the previous hit. Alright, are we going to have another 10-game grand final? Because I would not complain about that. Alright.
Oh, I probably should have gone forwards. I guess I was thinking that she would do a forwards move, like a flash kick or jump forwards with A. So I went backwards to bait that, but she jumped backwards, and then she has advantage.
And Dan baiting another flash kick for a full combo. Almost full combo, just...
Oh, I thought I could like hit it.
Flash kick. Takes round one.
I think if you can hit them on the frame when they get up, they can't do moves.
Gets counter hit, but doesn't pick up off of it. Dan keeping his distance with those chains.
So, this is like the other side of it, so like
Gets counter hit, but doesn't
here I
pick
use
up off
all of my resources to like continue the block string as long as possible. But when they like just don't do anything, then they have an advantage after the end of that.
Just keeping the pressure on. And Petunia blocks the overhead. Dan bursts her pressure off.
Oh, I feel like I got converted off of that.
And comboing into knockdown for Charles.
Oh.
And Dan bursting out of that one.
it's like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die if I do anything, so I don't know what to do. So I was like, Petrina's really good at getting the like low hits on wake up, so you'll see me input the high jump guard, but actually guard because I get hit. A lot of people try to do that, but they miss the timing, and then you just jump out.
1-0 Petunia. I think this is one of my favorite stages. I mean, it looks really cool, and the music...
Oh, usually I do jump E, but you can't do a combo off of that.
That's what happens on this stage.
That's pretty bold.
Combo. That's what happens on this stage. And a reset.
Like in the past, I'd be so worried about getting hit by a flash kick that I wouldn't go forwards there. For some reason, people like never jump into this, but I do this move because people jump and it's air unblockable, so then they get hit. But a lot of times people just block it.
13 seconds on the clock.
But then you can like guard cancel and keep going.
Flash kick. Petunia counter hit. Actually, I don't know if that was a counter hit or not. Regardless, she got with the 2C into a combo. Nice little 11k. Yeah, Heart School is nice. Quite frankly, I don't think I really appreciated the Arcana Heart 1 soundtracks nearly as much when I played it. Like, now they show up in XN and I'm like, oh yeah, I like this song.
Oh no.
And both players burst. Very close round 2, but Petunia takes it. Pretty even on resources here.
See, they're actually committed, or a lot of times I'm not sure if I'll get the hit, so I don't try to, so I just jump away.
Petunia gets a flash kick, goes into air pressure.
But I didn't actually get the hit that time.
Alright, combo into the knockdown, gets the plant seed out. Dan just standing on that seed, controlling space with those chains.
So this is like one of the other options, where like a lot of times I use all my resources to continue the block string, but here you can like look like you're doing that, but then you don't do it, so then a lot of times people will jump when they see they aren't getting hit, so you can do this to cover the jump. And then a lot of times they guard cancel, so you can jump and grab them when they guard cancel, if they jump.
Ooh. That was nice.
Oh, so when people attack near the seeds, they know they're gonna get hit, so a lot of times they jump away, so you can just like mash 5B. Because they like can't stand on the seed because they'll get hit.
Accepting that she's under pressure now, but manages to reverse it for a little bit.
This is the question. It's like I'm not gonna bait it. It's too obvious, and she bursted again. But I still won the round.
Did I say Petunia? I meant Dan. These two go back and forth. Overall, I do still think Petunia is the better player, but it is definitely close enough that you cannot call it until it's over.
Oh, I feel like there should have been a punish to the guard cancel. See, like, Petunia just always hits these.
This is gonna hurt.
So, like, you can see the white thing come out for the high jump, but the attack hits before you can jump.
Oh, no. I thought she was gonna get a reset off of that, but instead, she ends up
just watching, not remembering how I felt. I thought the burst was gonna happen.
Dan takes the first round and Petunia's burst. It will probably come back. Unless this
oh, that should have been a 5B. 5A is really good a lot of times, so like you get in a habit of just throwing it out as a panic move, but sometimes it's like not actually good. But you just throw it out anyway as a panic move. It's really aggressive. Because like a lot of times I don't go this forwards because I'll expect a flash kick to happen.
Waiting for an opportunity, and she takes it. Gets 10k out of it, but comes down right above Dan, and he's got that out of it.
I kind of like doing this ending because when they're on the ground they can flash kick, but when they're in the air they can't. So
right above Dan, and he's got that 2B chain waiting for her. And overhead kick. Picks up the combo.
oh,
And a reset.
oh no. How do I drop it?
And a reset. Briefly. Oh, yeah. Burst that. And burst that.
I'm surprised that that happened.
Ooh.
I didn't think I was gonna bait the
And a
burst there.
reset.
It was that
GG.
same situation. It's like, okay, it's obvious that you're gonna burst here, but so obvious that like, and both players know that it's obvious that at a high level, it's hard to say what'll happen because sometimes you might like it's really obvious and both players have a lot of time to think about it. In situations where you don't have as much time to think, then it people act more predictably, but you both have a lot of time to think and it's really obvious. So sometimes people burst because it's so obvious the other person thinks they aren't going to burst, and then sometimes they don't burst because it's just too obvious. So it's like so hard to say.
Ooh, yeah, burst that, burst that. And burst that. One more hit either way.
Oh, no.
Two more hits either way.
Uh.
Okay, yeah, Petunia throwing the ball super and then the reflection shield.
Also, I don't think
Saves the
baiting
game from
bursts
being
is very
backwards.
good in Arcana Heart, but I
Takes
just
that
do it
round.
anyway.
Oof.
Occasionally, it's really good.
Really hard
Most of the time, it doesn't actually do
beat
anything.
that flash kick super after the
Unless you
fail.
punish it perfectly all the
There
time.
may be options to actually deal with that, but that is beyond my level of play. Alright, Dan with corner pressure. Petunia waiting for an opportunity. This time Dan
Oh,
blocks the flash kick, but Petunia juggles him in the air and sets up the air unblockable.
see, I always like
The air
try
unblockable.
to dodge it, but like get hit anyway. that's that's I would never do this move, but I remember when I did it, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is gonna work. So I like you do the like tiger knee input with the E, and you like float upwards as you bring out the attack. I just like knew it was gonna work.
Another very close round. Ooh,
uh, uh,
that counter hit later, I thought she would get the full combo.
uh.
And is this it? Nope, not it.
This is that same situation. It's pretty much the same level of obvious that they're gonna burst.
Is this it? Nope, not it. 10 seconds.
Uh,
9, 8,
that
7,
one, I thought I
10 seconds.
held the button long
9,
enough to
8,
connect to the thing, so I thought I like connected to it, and I pressed the next button, but I
7,
didn't like
and
connect to it.
Petunia takes the game with a
It's
guard
like
cancel
what?
flash kick.
Thought it. I think if I
And I
connected to
think
it,
we
maybe I would have
skipped
won.
intros, maybe. Not sure what happened there. Alright. Trading a couple hits here.
That's that same bait. There's no flash
There's
kick.
another flash kick into the super. Whatever the option for dealing that is, Dan is not doing it.
Just going for it.
That is
If they have no
not doing
meter
it.
and no extend force, that's a guaranteed hit. But they barely got one bar, but because they have
Dodging the
zero,
eclipse.
you're like
Wasn't able
still
to
at
get
an
the end with it
advantage.
though, so Dan still pressing the advantage. Gets a vine, but not
Oh,
quite able to
I
combo
can't
with
believe
it.
that didn't reach. I thought I had this one.
Gets a vine, but not
I
quite
don't
able to combo
just-
with it. Gets a vine,
What?
but not quite able to combo with it.
So you always want to go in and punish it when you see the whiff.
Oh.
But I don't know how to do it fast enough.
Right. Petunia on tournament point for the second time.
Wait, what was
Petunia on tournament point.
is that? That's a high jump guard?
Right.
On this?
Petunia on tournament point.
Because you see the thing. Wow.
Second
I'm
time.
impressed. I kind of thought there was
Will
going to
she
be a
get it this
burst,
time?
I think.
She's off to a
For
good
some
start
reason.
this round.
Maybe that's what I thought? It kind of doesn't make sense to me, though.
Very good start. This could be it. Alright, Dan setting up pressure.
There, I was like, I didn't want that move. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna die to do this.
Okay. Oh, not enough meter to kill with that, but there it is.
I guess that's it for this video, but I play in these sometimes, and they usually happen every month, so you can check out the channel. I'll like link it in the description.